Alrighty. My name is Judge Christine Healis. You're here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you, determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause just means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. You were either arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of release that will be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot hire one, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you. You are entitled to make a phone call to let anyone know where you are. If you haven't gotten that phone call yet, let me know. Make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, you have the right to remain silent. I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded. There's an assistant state attorney in this court writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can be used against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Right hands.
Right hand.
Solemnly swear or affirm testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Put your hands down as I call your name. Please come forward. Sue Boyd. Can I have your date of birth?
6/30/77.
You're here today for domestic battery. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. Anything I need to know, State?
The only thing in our history is a withhold of permitting an unauthorized person to drive back in 2007.
Okay. I have an address here on Browning Place in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there, ma'am?
8 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, I'm disabled.
Okay. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Carl Vierek. Do you have any contact with him whatsoever? Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not go within 500 feet of his residence, employment, school, or vehicle. And definitely no social media or technological contact with him at this time, okay? I'm going to set your bond at $100. I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today and see you back to court on December 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning. When you bond out, you want to get in touch with your lawyer, okay?
All right.
Thank you, ma'am. Stephanie Hernando. Can I have your date of birth?
6/7/84.
Okay, you were here today for possession of a controlled substance. Your bond amount is $5,000. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Yeah. It's John.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. Any history?
Showing an action was dropped in October of this year for burglary and grand theft out of Hernando. Adjudication petty theft second offense 2017 out of Hernando. Adjudication acquiring possession of controlled substance by fraud 2010 out of Hernando. An action was null prost in 2009 for worthless check out of Hernando. Adjudication petty theft 2005 out of Hillsborough. DUI adjudication 2005 out of Hernando. Paraphernalia charges dropped in 2004. Adjudication possession of a controlled substance in 2002 out of Hernando. And it appears in 2003 there were 3 cases violation of the Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act and paraphernalia out of Pasco.
Okay. All right, Stephanie, I have an address for you on Tumbleweed Trail. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
All my life.
Okay, do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I do a bunch of side work, and I do the side of the roads with Ronnie Berg on an as-need basis. Like I leave back side of the roads after the tractors.
Okay. All right, I'm going to keep your bond at $5,000. We'll see you back to court on December 20th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Okay.
Nicole Link. Can I have your date of birth?
12/15/82.
You are here today for a domestic battery, a criminal mischief, and a resisting an officer without violence. There's probable cause for your arrest, and it's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner on November 15th. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
No, I do have an attorney.
Okay, who's that?
James Brown.
Okay. He did mention that he had something this afternoon. If you want, you can have a seat. I'll call a couple cases and see if he shows up. Would you like to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Have
you.
a seat for a second. Jessica Simmons. Can I have your date of birth?
10/13/1981.
You're here today for possession of controlled substance and possession of paraphernalia. Your bond amounts are $2,000 and $1,000. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. Any history?
Withhold of adjudication, failure to redeliver hired or leased property, 2017 out of Pinellas. Adjudication resisting an officer without violence and city ordinance for alcohol beverage in a park, 2015. Adjudication battery, 2012 out of Pinellas. Adjudication DUI, 2010 out of Pasco. Adjudication reckless driving, 2007 out of Manatee. And there was a delinquency petty theft.
All right. I don't have an address for you, Jessica. Where are you staying these days?
We were staying. My husband and I were staying with his mom, and we were just evicted like a couple of weeks ago. So we've been staying in the truck right now, trying to just work and try to get our stuff together.
All right. What kind of work are you doing?
We used to have a lawn business.
All right. And just the last thing she had was in 2015. I think in the last
2017 was a withhold for failure to redeliver hired or leased personal property on Pinellas.
All right.
Otherwise, it was 2015.
Okay. All right. I'm going to keep your bonds the same. We're going to see you back to court on December 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Okay? Jean Arias. Can I have your date of birth?
2890.
You're here today for domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
Appoint the public defender's office. History.
Nothing in state, out of state. I'm showing an arrest in 2007 for school disturbance, trespass after notice, and disturbing the peace, but no disposition.
All right. I have an address here on Elgin Boulevard in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
All right. I want to make sure Nicole Link doesn't leave. There you go. Thank you. All right. How long have you lived there?
About 4 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
All right. What kind of work do you do?
I drive a tow truck.
All right. All right. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Karen Estrada. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call. Do not write. Do not email. Do not have anyone else call her, write her, email her. Do not go within 500 feet of her residence, employment, school, or vehicle. And definitely no text messaging, social media contact with her whatsoever. I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case she wants to file any civil paperwork against you. I'm going to set your bond at $100, and we're going to see you back to court on December 13th at 9 o'clock, okay?
All right.
Thank you. Michael Birch. Okay, Mr. Birch, raise your right hand for me. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Put your hand down. What's your date of birth?
12/16/92.
What was the year?
82.
82. Very good. Okay, you're here today for possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Your bond amount is $6,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yep.
I'll place the public defender's office. Any history?
Showing an action was dropped in 2018, possession of a controlled substance and paraphernalia out of Pinellas. Adjudication for driving while license suspended 2015 out of Pinellas. Adjudication for various drugs, clonazepam, amphetamine 2015. Adjudication, again, various possession of drugs and paraphernalia 2015. Those are out of Pinellas. Adjudication escape 2012 out of Pinellas. Adjudication possession of methadone 2010 out of Pinellas. Adjudication burglary 2010 out of Pinellas. Adjudication possession of amphetamine 2010 out of Pinellas. Adjudication contributing to delinquency of a minor 2008 out of Pinellas. Possession of cannabis 2008. Adjudication out of Pinellas. Adjudication multiple counts in 2002 for forgery, altering banknotes, like 5, 6 cases out of Pasco. Adjudication, dealing in stolen property, 2001 out of Pasco. Adjudication, burglary, 2001 out of Pasco.
Okay. I don't have address for you either, Mr. Birch. Are you living in your car these days?
Yes, it was me and my wife.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
had a lawn business.
Gotcha. All right, I'm going to set your bonds at $10,000 and $2,000. We'll see you back to court December 20th at 8:30. Andre Southall. Can I have your date of birth?
10/29/1994.
All right. You're here today for a violation of pretrial release. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. You also have an open case, domestic battery by strangulation in front of Judge Toner set for December 6th. There's probable
Yes.
cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were out on bond. As such, I'm going to recommit you on the 2019 CF 2178 and revoke your bond on that case and hold you in custody until that case is resolved. On this new case, you are entitled to a bond on the violation of pretrial release. I'll set your bond at $10,000. You have a court date of December 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Once again, I'm going to order that you have no contact with Kelsey McManus. So definitely do not call her from the jail or have anyone else call her. If you do, you could be charged with another crime. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. Quick question. So I can bond out today, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Clayton Cornwell. I have a date of birth.
8/21/86.
Mr. Cornwell, you're here today for false information, giving false information to law enforcement during a criminal investigation and found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. Your bond on that is $1,000. It's going to stay $1,000. And we're going to see you back to court on December 13th at 9 a.m. You also have this violation of probation. There's probable cause for your arrest on that. We're going to hold you no bond on that violation of probation. Appoint the public defender's office and see you back to court on December 13th as well, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Nehemiah Mason.
I believe that was bonded out.
Bonded?
I think I got an email on it.
Oh, okay. Is that person bonded out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks. Jonathan Sasha.
Yes, sir.
Can I have your date of birth?
03/13/90.
All right. You are here today. It's a violation of probation on a DUI and leaving scene of an accident of unattended property. We had court yesterday. You came in pretty late, so you were taken into custody. What is going on with Mr. Sashuk's case? Did he get everything done, or where are we at? Can we just terminate him unsuccessful?
The only thing he had left, Judge, was he was continuing with the counseling as part of the DUI, and I did get reports on that from his counselor that he has been going.
Okay.
Other than that, he just has a fine balance, almost $1,000.
Okay. I mean, can we terminate him successful since it's just
It would
monitoring?
be an unsuccessful because of the fine balance.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Do you want to just do that today? We would terminate your probation as unsuccessful at this time.
Okay, so does that mean exactly I'm getting out today, or?
Unless there's anything else holding you up, then this case is over.
I think I appreciate it.
Okay, your probation is therefore terminated.
I don't need to come by the courthouse or the probation office for any paperwork or sign anything, or?
No, but in order to get your driver's license, did he do anything to get his driver's license? He still has to pay the fine.
Just pay that fine for the class.
He would have completed everything to get his license. In order to keep his license, he would have to finish that counseling and then at
Okay.
least set up some type of payment agreement with the clerk of the court.
Okay, so okay.
It should have been correct with the Senate, with the termination.
So do we still need to do an admission, or we're just terminating him, so we don't need to do that, right? just,
just judge reporting, so.
right, okay. All right, so we're just gonna terminate you unsuccessful. Any conditions that you have not done as a condition of your probation, you will still need to do in order to maintain a driver's license here in the state of Florida, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am, you got it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Daniel Ward. Can I have your date of birth?
12/23/76.
All right, you are here today for possession of marijuana, possession of controlled substance, false identification to a law enforcement officer, and then you have 4 counts of an altered banknote and grand theft. Let's see what we have. There's probable cause for each of these, and one of these is a Pasco County case, but for the Hernando County ones, there's probable cause for each. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. I have an address for you on Zane Lane. Is that where you live?
Yeah,
How long have you lived there?
about 10 years.
You have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Construction.
All right. History?
He has an adjudication for failure to appear 2012 out of Pasco, adjudication petty theft second out of Pasco 2012, adjudication driving while license suspended 2013 out of Hernando, adjudication drug possession 2012 out of Pasco, adjudication possession of cocaine out of Pasco, adjudication possession of paraphernalia out of Pasco, a dropped felony battery 2010 out of Pasco, a petty theft adjudication 2008 out of Pasco, adjudication obtaining a controlled substance without valid or information 2008 out of Hernando, adjudication petty theft 2005 out of Pasco. There's 2 cases, adjudication violation of the Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act out of 2005 out of Pasco, adjudication more drugs 2005 out of Pasco, adjudication DUI 2003 out of Pasco. Various cases back in the 90s, also drug-related sale of various drugs in the 1996 out of Healis. Appears to be like 8 cases. Adjudication, grand theft, 1996 out of Healis. Armed burglary adjudication, 1996 out of Healis. And a VOP, 1996 out of Healis. And he does have one out of state, and that was 2010 for
Okay.
controlled substance.
All right, Mr. Ward, on
The one that says out of county.
altering banknotes, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 on each count. There's 4 counts of those, and 1 grand theft. You're going to have $5,000 on each of those. You're going to keep the same bond amount on the drug charges. Those are $5,000, $5,000, and $1,000, and then you have the Pasco County case. The bond will remain the same at $2,513 on the FTA out of Pasco. So it's a total of about $40,000.
Yep.
We have a court date for you on December 20th at 8:30 in the morning
Whatever
for
it says.
each of these cases. Okay.
All right.
Thanks. Mr. Stout. Can I have your date of birth?
5/19/1983.
1983?
Yep.
All right, the police affidavit indicates 1982. So, that. You're here today for a resisting officer without violence, disorderly conduct, and disorderly intoxication. Your bond amounts are a total of $2,000. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
Like the public defender's office, any history?
Not in state, out of state, there's an adjudication for cannabis 2013, and an action was dismissed for, I believe, cannabis 2016.
All right, I have an address here on Firewood Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Furwood.
Okay, is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
Since April.
Do you have a job?
I work off and on as a handyman and for a lawn company.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $100 each count. We'll see you back to court December 13th at 9 a.m., okay?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Matthew Strunk?
Judge, Mr. Strong is here.
I don't have anyone by that name, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Nicole Link? Hi.
Ms. Court, please, she is present before the court. She was arrested for domestic battery, criminal mischief, and a resisting opposing. Without, of course, was held pursuant to the statute for first appearance before bond being set. With respect to the request that the court set bond in the amount of $500, she is a local resident, has been here forever. She is employed at Patricia's Boutique across the street, pretty much from us. The alleged victim in the case is the girlfriend of Miss Link's former husband. I've advised, after speaking with Miss Link and looking into the circumstances, I have advised her to consult, as soon as she is released from jail, to consult with her prescribing physician. I believe that she should have the medications prescribed for her, the psychotropic medications, adjusted or replaced. There is also an evaluation which I want for her to undergo. She's agreed to do these things. I don't think we need to add them as a condition of pretrial release, but they are things which I believe she understands. These are things which she needs to do, right, Nicole? And that you will do them, correct?
Correct.
All right.
Well, before you came in when we were doing the females in custody, we already called her up, or I already let her know that I found probable cause for her arrest. We already went through most everything, and then she indicated that she had you as her counsel, so I had her have a seat until you got here. But the state, what was her history?
She doesn't have any in-state history besides this, Your Honor, and she's a single source offender.
Okay. All right, so our bond amount is going to be $50 on each charge. We'll see you back to court December 13th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Link, I need to order that you have no contact with Martin Link or Jessica Edmondson. Don't have any contact with either one of them whatsoever. If you have any contact with either one of them while the case is pending, you can be charged with another crime and held without bond. So do not go within 500 feet of their residence, employment, school, or anywhere else where they may frequent, and no technological, no texting, or other social media contact with them whatsoever. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I do need to hold you until 4 o'clock today, just in case the paperwork needs to be filed against you so they know where to find you. Other than that, you can bond out after 4 o'clock, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Now, the court, please, I appreciate the clarity. Has been quite a huge
How much do you, Mr. Brown?
300 people